Joshi. It is a brand new year, but it has brought with it new burdens for the common man in Karnataka. The Karnataka government has unveiled a 15% spike in bus fares across the state, which will come into effect from 5th of January. The steep hike of 15% is expected to bring in revenue for the government and the cash-strapped corporations. The price change is expected to bring in additional revenue to the state, an estimated 7.84 crore rupees revenue per day and 75 crore per month. While the Congress has defended the move, claiming that it inherited a 5,900 crore debt from the previous BJP government, the Saffron Party has criticized the move vehemently, pointing out that while Rahul Gandhi is busy ushering in the new year abroad, the Congress government is passing the burden of his poll guarantees, the 5 guarantees, to the common man of Karnataka. Let's first take you through the taxes that the Congress government has imposed on the people since it was elected in 2023. So it came to power on the guarantees, on the poll promises that were made, the 5 guarantees, the popular guarantees, and ever since it has come to power. Let's take a look at the hike, and let's start with the latest. Jan 2nd, 2025, a 15% hike in bus fare. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the other burdens that have been imposed on the people. June 2023, a decision was taken to increase the tariff on electricity by 2.89 rupees per unit. Then July 2023, 20% hike on excise duty on liquor. Let's move on. This is a long list of the burden that has been put on the people of Karnataka. In the 2023-24 budget, there was a 3% transport cess hike on commercial vehicles. So this is how slowly, one by one, the tax burden has been increased. June 8, 2024, 3 rupees increase in the petrol and diesel price per litre. Apart from that, let's take a look at the essentials and how they have become expensive and dearer in Karnataka. June 26, 2024, 2 rupees hike as far as the Nandini milk product is concerned. This was a hike on milk of all variants, 2 rupee hike. Then the stamp duty was hiked by 200 to 500% in December 2023, applicable for 25 types of documents. Government hospital fees hiked as well at all BMCRI run hospitals. This happened on the 1st of November 2024, and this has impacted the OPD registration, the blood tests that are conducted, and the scans as well. So price of all these facilities and services have been hiked. Now, this brings us to the top 5 questions we are asking to the Congress government in Karnataka. So poll guarantees have been announced, and it was on the basis of that they came to power. The big question is, are those guarantees today sinking the Congress's ship, whether it's Karnataka or the state of Himachal Pradesh? Rahul Gandhi's Khatakhat model to loot Janta, is this model meant to burn hole in the pockets of the Aam Aadmi? Is Karnataka heading for bankruptcy, as is being alleged by the opposition in Karnataka? So Rahul Gandhi in Vietnam for New Year, but the Aam Aadmi has been burdened with a new tax. Aam Aadmi left in a lurch by the Congress government in Karnataka. Is taxing Janata Rahul's guarantee? Those are the top 5 questions we are asking at the top of this 5 p.m. bulletin. Let's in fact open this up and go across to our guests. Let me introduce you to the guests who are joining us on the broadcast. We're joined by Anand Gurumurthy, BJP spokesperson. We have Anurag Naidu, author, Dr. Nikul Patel, Congress leader, and Syed Shafiullah Saheb, Congress leader. Good evening to all of you. Let me begin with you, Shafiullah Saheb. Is this a Khatakhat model which has only been burdening the people? 5 guarantees, and to fulfill that, the BJP claims and alleges this is an extortion sarkar which is extorting money from the people of Karnataka. How do you respond?
See, Swati, BJP is saying that I don't understand how can they call it extortion sarkar, whereas from the day Mr. Narendra Modi has got the cudgels, that is from 2004, all the prices of diesel, petrol, gas, and everything has at least 4 times it has gone up. And every lady is cursing. Whenever they go to buying gas, it is 3 times the price now. And Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister says in the parliament that if another parliament member raises the question of price rise of the onion and other vegetables, she says she is not eating those vegetables. Is that the answer the government should give? And
Sir, what is the answer of the Congress government in Karnataka to the people who voted for you, for your 5 popular guarantees, as has been claimed by your party only?
See, See, as far as the rise in the rate of the ticket or any tax is concerned, that is after a long time, long gap, it is taken up. And the BJP should appreciate the way it is being run. And the price rises are not as much as the central government's price rises all
But
over
Mr.
the country.
Shafiullah, one way or the other,
Whole country,
one
there is
way
no
or the
employment.
other, on one hand you are announcing 5 guarantees, you say free bus ride for the women, but in the same house the men are paying more for the bus ticket fare has been hiked by 15%, and gradually you see a new tax burden every single time.
Swati, it's not tax burden, Swati. You must, people must understand, and our BJP friends must understand that the government, whatever the government announces, it is from the budget and from the money what government gets from the tax money, and that's how it is being run, and everybody knows it. Still, if the BJP keeps on telling, BJP should answer.
But Mr.
why
Shafiullah, the
price
allegation
rises
is
are
that
there in the
without
central
perhaps
government
working
money
out your finances, first the 5 guarantees were announced and then they had to be implemented. Of course, there was a lot of pressure for that. And then slowly money was diverted from the other departments to fulfill those guarantees. Even the MLAs at one point of time said that, they need money for development in their constituencies and that they were not provided that. Let me bring in Mr. Gurumurthy. Mr. Gurumurthy, Shafiullah Sahib is saying it is because of the debt that was passed on by the previous government to the current government that they are in this situation today. And the taxes, the hike that we witness are not as much as have been hiked in BJP ruled states.
Namaste to all. Basically, see, they came up with the 5 guarantees in their manifesto, and BJP has been pointing that from day one when they came up with the guarantees and with the guarantee cards being given to every other house, okay, that these are things which they were never taught scientifically. They were explained this, and people were also explained. And now people are watching that Congress is actually cheating them from day one. Okay, and slowly increasing the price where it matters to them. In fact, they don't get it from their house, right? It is our money which they will be spending. So these people are spending it irresponsibly. And now we are seeing that our transport system is failing in all ways. And to protest that, our opposition leader, Mr. R. Ashok, goes to the bus stand, and we had a simple protest of giving roses to people and telling people that, see, this has happened with you, please understand. Okay, this is a kind of awareness. And as an opposition leader and an opposition party, we have to bring in the awareness to people's doorstep. You have to see the police state that Karnataka has become. Police officers are showing away the opposition leader of this state.
Okay.
The entire police system is working for Congress party. They are not working for the state anymore. This has become the state in Karnataka, and when we are talking about this,
okay,
Mr. Shafiullah Khan says BJP should understand.
Okay. Dr. Nikul Patel, tell me something. The question is also being asked about the guarantees that Rahul Gandhi announced. Where is Rahul Gandhi? He said, Khatakhat, money will be sent to the account of people. But what we're witnessing right now is that Khatakhat, people are paying taxes.
See, firstly, whatever the 5 guarantees has been proposed by the Congress is fully implemented, and the people of Karnataka are getting benefit from the elected government by them. And that is what is the job of the government once the trust is given by the people of the country. Now, when it comes to the trust, whether Bharatiya Janta Party who was telling one nation, one tax, still we are finding that the petrol products are not under GST, and the crude oil benefit price, international crude oil barrel price benefit is never being transferred to the people of the country. But these people are telling us what to do and what to not to do, and they are telling that we are protesting. Sir, first start protesting for your
Dr.
own
Nikul Patel, Dr. Nikul Patel, you are providing people benefits through one of those 5 guarantees, but taking more money by increasing the tax on other things.
No, I
see, the price rise, as rightly said by co-panel member from Shafiullah ji, that the price rise is after, I think the last was in 2015, and the inflation has whatever being taken place, definitely it has to be taken care by the government.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. The question is, did the Congress not work out its finances? Did they not do that homework on? Did they not do that homework on their finances as to how much money do we have? How much can we spend out of the money that we have? How much can we, give in the name of these guarantees and schemes? Anurag Naidu, was the homework not done?
Yes. Absolutely, Swati. I think what Mr. Patel mentioned. Trust. What is breach of trust is when you go to the polls telling that I'm going to give you 5 guarantees, and after the polls are done, officially the ministers start making a statement. Don't ask me for a development fund. Don't expect any development because we have given a guarantee. We are not going to invest anything in the development. Please, counter me if I'm wrong.
Don't ask
That
for
the
employment.
man in charge in the state and the party president did give this statement, did tell also their MLAs in the cabinet and other places that please don't come to us for funds. So is it not breach of trust? No, point number one. Point number two, Swati, you also mentioned, I think it's a beautiful articulation of the data that I was just watching before the start of the show. There's one hike that you have forgot to mention, and that hike is corruption. We have seen the recent case of a suicide of contractors, the contractors being blackmailed. It is a ongoing rampant exercise that we see in Karnataka, that the contractors and the businessmen and
Okay.
people who are contributing to development are looted. What about the corruption? There's a huge hike in the corruption.
No, but
There's a huge hike.
but the defense coming in, Anurag Naidu, is that the previous government left us such a huge debt that we had to increase the price, and then you have inflation and other things you have to increase. Otherwise, how will the government then survive and manage?
And also be more corrupt. Maybe because we have given 5 guarantees, let's go out and be more corrupt. So maybe if that is a statement that they don't like to make, and that is very, very, very disheartening. But what I'm very worried about is there's not a single development in the last 2-3 years that we see. The roads are, you can see the conditions of the roads in Bangalore. Cities like Bangalore, they said that they're going to make a city like a gift city, an IT corridor, a lot of companies coming in. I don't see any of them.
Okay.
And I think what we see is only the presentation, the underground, the canals.
Okay, there's no development happening on ground. There's no development happening on ground is your allegation. There are other allegations as well, Safiullah Sahib, which are of, diverting the SC/ST fund to fulfill the guarantees, and then diverting the funds meant for the specially abled people to fulfill the guarantees. How do you respond to them? And is it becoming increasingly difficult for the Congress party to keep up with the guarantees that they announced?
See, Swati, if the Congress party has given the promise to the public of guarantees and public is getting benefited from that, all the 5 guarantees, and the BJP, which is objecting in Karnataka for the policy of the Congress government, why our Prime Minister Modi and Mr. Amit Shah is copying the same guarantees in other states while they were promoting their, why they are going for election campaign and they are promising guarantees similar to our guarantees. What is what I find is, in order to cover up their failures of providing 2 crore employment every year, and then you see our youth, educated youth, they are being sent to Russia and Israel, where the war is going on. And they proudly say we are providing employment. Is this the way employment is provided?
Okay, one second. If the BJP is following your model and failing, if the BJP is following your model and failing to keep up those promises and diverting funds from other departments to keep those promises alive, then questions will be posed to the BJP also. But why don't you answer specific questions that are being asked of the Congress Sarkar in Karnataka? What about the allegations of diverting funds meant for the SC/ST and the specially abled people to fulfill these promises? And what about your own MLAs, making those demands that release money, give us funds to ensure that development work happens in our constituents? Because ultimately you have to answer the people.
See, as far as planning is concerned, it is very well planned and very well, it is being spent and there is no diversion.
Then why do you need these hikes? If everything is going all right, then why are people being burdened with the tax? So you provide them one benefit through one of those guarantees, but take away equal or more money from them. Mr. Gurumurthy, please respond to the allegations leveled by the Congress.
See, basically, I will tell you, number one, okay, Mr. Shafiullah Sahib says that the money, the BJP gave them this loan. No, that's not true. Congress has been telling this from day one. BJP gave a surplus budget and there was surplus in Karnataka when Bomaiji stepped down. Okay, they are telling a lie and they are trying to tell that lie 10 times so that people believe it, but people are not believing that anymore. Then the second lie is by Dr. Patel, which I am very surprised. Being such an educated person, he's telling this lie on the face, saying that GST, the petrol and other things have not come under GST and BJP is responsible for it. GST is a council. State, our own state people, our own CM, the chief secretary go there and oppose it. Oppose the petroleum products coming under GST regime. And now these people come to studio. While in parliament they talk different things. In GST council they talk different things. In media they are talking different things.
Dr. Patel, respond to that. Also respond to, is the ultimate promise and guarantee of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party to tax the people of Karnataka?
I want to tell you this.
See, I would like to say that the annual budget of Karnataka government is 3,49,000 crore and only 50,000+ crore has been promised under guarantee scheme. So more than 2.5 lakh crore is promised for the government people of the Karnataka, and everything is happening in its own way. Regarding GST, my friend is telling, then you have said that one nation, one tax, and you are still not able to do it. You are told that the crude barrel prices will be transferred to the people of the country, even despite 20% change in the crude barrel prices. The price of the petroleum product have not been changed by your government, and that comes under the national government.
Okay, Anurag Naidu also wants to come in, but Dr. Patel, if there are limitations, then why make these promises? Why make these promises if there are limitations? If there's a crunch, why make these promises and then try and fulfill them and divert funds from other areas and departments to fool the people? That's the allegation against your party, and that is the scenario in Himachal Pradesh as well. Anurag Naidu wants to come in.
No, Swati, he mentioned about 50,000 crores. See, tell me one government across the globe that spends 20% of the entire state revenue on freebies, direct cash handout. Tell me one government. No, this cannot be a mandate. And also one more important thing. Even if BJP has copied the models or your allegation in Madhya Pradesh or in Maharashtra, but the people have trusted them. Why people have trusted them is because they have said that our implementation plan is clear. Maharashtra, when the government has got this mandate, and see, after you promised, you had a drubbing in the Lok Sabha. But in Maharashtra, when BJP, the Mahayuti promised, they never said that we're going to hike the fare. They never said, even now, right? Mr. Fadnavis says our finances are clear. We know where we're going to get this money
everybody
from.
loves these guarantees, especially the people, if it's going to benefit them and not, put additional tax burden. That is what is happening, unfortunately. And people will question that, Mr. Shafiullah Saib and Dr. Patel, along with Mr. Gurumurthy and Anurag Naidu. Thank you very much for joining us on the debate.